Hello everyone, here is Ulrich van Suntum from Germany. I'm not a grandmaster and I'm also not an international master in chess, but only a club player who is, however, enthusiastic about chess, and my main profession is teaching and doing research in economics at university level. Therefore, I'm used to systematically improve my knowledges and to share it with others. And this is exactly what I try to do in chess as well, with some good success, as I can say. So today I want to show you some simple rules which will significantly improve your chess and in particular will help you to minimize blunders. For who does not know this problem? You are in a winning position, but when you blunder and lose the game, or you are under pressure and you blunder in panic, although there would have been a good way out. So I've made the experience that this kind of unforced errors could be avoided by following just 3 simple rules, which I call the ABC rules or the ABC method. Rule A is always check first the possible attacks or other intentions of your opponent. Most games, at club level at least, are lost because we are focused on our own plans only and neglect such dangers. Rule B says that you should look for the best move for yourself, but before you actually perform this move, do the blunder check first. Blunder check means think about how your opponent could react on your move. Could he perhaps win a piece or even checkmate you? You should only move after you have ruled out such dangers. And finally, rule C is a very simple one. Never let emotions determine your actions, but stay cool every time. By the way, this applies not only in chess, but also to real life. But now let's start. Let's look at some practical examples. All examples are no fantasy, but actually occurred in my own recent games. So here's a good example for rule A. My opponent, who played with the black pieces, is in an excellent position and it's his turn to move. He is already 2 pawns ahead and the white pieces are under extreme pressure. The computers evaluate this minus 15 for the white side. So I'm literally lost. What would you have moved as black in this position? The move that happened in the game was pawn takes knight on f4. That does not only win a piece, but threatens checkmate on b2 in the next move in addition. But oh no, then came bishop f5, checking the black king. And all of a sudden it was now black who was checkmated in the next move. He could only put the rook on d8 or the bishop on c6 in between to stop the check, but in either case then comes queen a8 with check and it's game over. So my opponent had to resign because he had ignored rule A by concentrating on his own attack only and ignoring the danger looming from my side. By the way, the best way to play for him would have been simply advancing the pawn to e4 instead of greedily taking my knight. In that case, he would have threatened immediate checkmate on b2 as well and won the bishop on d3 in the next move, and also the total game. Okay, now we come to rule B, and we will see what happens if one neglects the blunder check. White here played bishop g5, although black could have taken the unprotected pawn on e4. However, this was a trap. After knight takes pawn, white wanted to play queen a4 check and thereby win the careless knight. However, black played knight e6 instead. White, who was me by the way, gave him a second chance to blunder by playing bishop e2. But still, black resisted to take the pawn, but developed his own bishop on e7. Okay, thought the white player, which was me. Let's tempt him again. Now finally black took the pawn on e4, and white, without further thinking, was happy to close the trap with queen a4 check. However, this did no longer work now, because after bishop e7 I indeed won the knight, but black won the bishop on g5 in exchange and was even a pawn ahead. And actually I lost the whole game. What was the deep reason for my mistake? One more time, I had been too enthusiastic about my own plans and did not realize that black's move had changed the situation completely. If I had done the blunder check before my move, I would presumably not have fallen for my own trap. Now we come to rule C, keep cool. In this game, where I was right again, we can see what happens if you don't keep cool. My opponent wanted to get rid of my annoying queen on b5 and played a6. However, this was exactly my plan. I did not retreat my queen, but gave a check with my bishop on a7. My opponent took my bishop, but then I played queen a6 with check again. The king retreated to b7. What else? Now I played knight g5, threatening checkmate on a7 in the next move. Black could have taken the knight by sacking his queen, but in panic he played rook e8 instead in order to give his king an escape hole. However, after queen a7, king f8, queen a8 and king e7, black was checkmated by knight d5 finally. Note that the knight also covers the square f6 and cannot be taken because the bishop on e6 is pinned by my rook. However, believe it or not, there was a much better way to play for the black player, because after knight g5, the simple move bishop f4 would not only give a check, but also win my knight and the whole game. Only because my opponent had panicked and he had missed this move and thereby gave me a really undeserved victory. Okay guys, it's time for a quick summary. 3 things should be remembered. Rule A: before you think about your own plans, pay attention to the plans of your opponents. Rule B: before you move, you should always do the blunder check. And rule C: keep cool, particularly in critical situations and seemingly winning positions. Okay, that's enough for today. Take care and good luck for you, and thank you for your kind attention.